Hi everyone, my name is Niyati Seth and I am working as a data analyst at Adent Analytics. Today, we will be exploring one of the most important concepts in SQL, that is window function. So, window functions are widely used in data analytics and reporting because they also allow us to perform calculation across related rows while still displaying every individual row in the result. By the end of this session, we will understand what window functions are, their key characteristics, and their different types of window function available in the SQL. So let's start. Now let's start by understanding what is window function. So window function performs calculations across a specific set of rows that is called as window that are related to the current row. Unlike traditional aggregate function, window function do not collapse with the result set. This means that every row remains visible while an additional calculated value is written for each row. Window function always works with the over clause. We can use partition by to divide the data in the group and order by to define the sequence in which the row should be processed. These clauses help determine which row belong to the window and how the calculation should be performed. This makes the window function extremely useful for running total, ranking comparison, and many analytical calculation. Now next is types of window function. So now let us look at the different categories of window function that are available in SQL. First is aggregate function. In aggregate function there are sum, average, mean, max, count. Ranking function, row number, rank, dense rank, entile. Value function, first value, last value, lead, leg. Window frame function, rows between, range between, and last miscellaneous, that is entile, cumulative distribution, and percentage rank. So in this video we will cover mainly two type of window function, that is aggregate function and the ranking function. Now aggregate function. Normally aggregate function returns a single result for a group of rows. However, when they are used as a window function, they calculate values across a defined window while still preserving every row in the result set. So the first function in aggregate function is sum. So sum function calculates the total of values within a window. It is commonly used to calculate running total or cumulative cells. So when to use? When you need a cumulative total or running sums within partition. So syntax of the sum function is select column name sum, on which we have to do the summation, then over partition by the partition column and the order by the order column as a running total from table name. The second function is average. Average calculates the average value within a specific window. This is useful when we want to compare an individual value with an average value of its department, region, or any other category. So select the syntax is same as the sum function, only the difference is that here we use average. Earlier we used sum there. Now in this case we have used average. Next is count function. So count returns the total number of rows within a partition. For example, if your data contains employee record, and count can show how many employees belong to each department while still displaying every column individually. So the syntax is same, but only difference is that count function is being used here. The fourth function is mean function. It returns the smallest value within the window. The common use case is identifying the minimum salary within each department or the lowest sales amount within a region. So syntax is same, but the only difference is we use min here. Maximum, it returns the highest value within the defined window. For example, you can easily identify the highest salary or the maximum sales value within each group. The syntax is same, the only difference is that we used max function here. Now next function is ranking function. Ranking functions assigns a rank or a position to each row based on the specified sorting order. It can be descending or an ascending. The first function is row number. So row numbers assigns a unique sequential number to every row. Even if two rows have the same value, each row receives a different number. So syntax is select column name, then the row number function over partition by partition column, order by order column as row number from table name. Next is rank. The rank assigns the same rank to rows with identical values. However, after a tie, the next rank is skipped. For example, if two employees are ranked second, the next employee receives rank 4. The third rank has been skipped. So syntax is same. The only difference is here we have used rank function. Dense rank, the third function is dense rank. Dense rank also assigns the same rank to the duplicate values, but unlike rank, it does not skip the next rank. So if two employees share rank 2, the next employee receives rank 3. So syntax is here we have used dense rank function. Now the last function is entile function. Entile divides the result set into a specified number of equal sized group or bucket. For example, entile 4, so it will divide the data into 4 quartiles, making it useful for customer segmentation, grading system and percentile analysis. So today we have learned what SQL window functions are, and in this video we have covered two types of function. The one is aggregate function and the ranking function. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, drop your question in the comments, like and share the video, and subscribe to Add Analytics for more insight.